I'm in my studio space. We're going to talk about how to connect with your inner goddess, how to find your inner goddess. What do women mean when they say that? So that is what I'm going to be up to. Ooh, am I the only one who likes to peel like the paint off of the palette? Like I have like it's like a weird pleasure. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so first of all, finding your inner goddess is a fancy phrase for just knowing who you are. It's literally just knowing who you are, learning who you are, becoming self-aware, learning how to, like, you know, self-govern, just being comfortable in your own skin and just knowing what you want out of life, what you gonna do to get it, how you gonna make a way, and all of that. You know, no matter what anybody like say to put you down or steer you away, just being like a feminine, beautiful, strong-minded woman who knows what she wants out of life, has everything she wants, that she manifested living. That is a woman in her goddess energy. That is what I like to call a goddess in the flesh. So how do I even know this? How do I know what the heck I'm even talking about? Well, let me tell you. As someone who went through most of my life tiptoeing around who I truly am out of fear of being disliked, fear of judgment, you know, all that. As I've gone through things and learned from certain experiences through trial and error, I had two choices. One, to take the easy way out and numb the pain with doing God knows what and continue just existing, or get inside myself and get down to the root of it. And before I could even get to that point, I had to walk through darkness and keep walking until I accepted myself and who I was. And not only just that, I had to own and accept all of me, things I've done, who I did them with, why I did it, and transmute the shame that came with it. And the shit was hard. Depression, anxiety, all that. And I eventually got through it. It won't no walk in the park by any means, but I got through it and learned that I was actually stronger than I thought I was, and became who I am today. A goddess in the flesh, baby. So, I said all that to say, when we acknowledge feelings of shame, regret, negative self-image, we gain our self-awareness, and that is where the real power resides. Even when we mess up again, which we will, you'll be done learned enough to know that you can snatch that power right on back. By the way, if you're wondering what in the hell is she painting, this is shadow work art. Nothing that will be for sale or posted. This is just something therapeutic that works for me when I'm creatively blocked or stressed the hell out from life. I get into more about that in my previous video, Mastering the Art of Shadow Work. I'll link it if you want to check it out. Okay, back to the video. So should there ever be a time you need to go back to the drawing board, then it is what it is, just like I'm about to do with this painting. Should I trash it or should I not? So all in all, once we find the goddess within and regained our power, we can better see what our struggles are rooted in and blossom. Like a dead flower cut from its roots, She goes through life disconnected from her own nourishment, much like a rose. Because once a rose is picked and cut from the ground, no matter how much you give it water, it will eventually die. But if it remains planted to its roots, it can live for many, many years. As women of color seeking to vibe higher, live a soft life, and command respect from society, we must first recognize and utilize this as our birthright. Stop listening to imbeciles around the internet who are not black women. Shoot, women of any race for that matter. Either way, they couldn't survive one day in our shoes if their lives depended on it. We give life to this world. We are alchemists, creators, mothers, with the power to transform our shadows to light, our challenges into opportunities, and our wounds into wisdom. Peace and blessings.